Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I'm pretty sure today is the first day of summer and I really wanted to share with you how you can save $5,000 this summer. I really think anybody can do it, and I've broken it down into 3 basic steps. And yeah, I really think the summer is a great time to just restart, get your hustle on, and just refocus. If you've been around for a while, you probably know that saving money was one of the things that allowed us to kind of live the lifestyle that we live right now, and I am a big advocate of saving. Yes, it's going to require sacrifice of comfort, friend time, family time, maybe a few other things, but it is all worth it in the end. There's absolutely nothing wrong with sacrificing a few comforts and fun time and things over the summer if it's going to have a positive impact on the rest of your year and maybe even the rest of your life. Maybe it can help you form some new habits. By the way, if you're new around here, my name is Sarah and I am kind of a travel lifestyle inspiration YouTuber, I guess. But you can go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below, and also follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you want to stay in touch more. Also link down below. I love chatting with you guys on Twitter. It is like my favorite platform. Anyways, let's get straight into the video. How you can save $5,000 this summer. First thing you can do is give yourself a little boost, a little head start. And the best way that you can do this is by selling your unused or unwanted items. All of us have a lot of things in our home that we do not use, and some of them have value. I was even reading an article recently online that said something along the lines of your average person has $1,500 worth of unused items in their house. So liquidating all that stuff and giving your savings account a good head start is a good way to get your savings journey this summer going. Some examples of things you can clear out and sell: clothing, shoes, handbags, jewelry, electronics, old cell phones, old cameras, old computers, kitchen gadgets. Do you have sporting goods equipment that you do not use, like a treadmill in your basement or extra bikes in your garage? Furniture is also a good one. You could clear out the unused furniture. That is something that sells really well. And anything else you can think of, whether that's hair tools like curling irons, straighteners, artwork on your walls. All of us have things laying around that we can sell. For this video, let's do 2 scenarios. Say you don't own a lot of valuable items right now. I think pretty much all of us can come up with $500 worth of stuff that we can sell. So we'll say on the low end, you can sell $500 worth of stuff, and on the high end, let's say $1,500. Of course, it can go higher. When we started doing this, we sold a car and all sorts of things, and we probably had around $8,000 worth of things that we sold. So of course it can go much higher, but of course I'm just going to keep it modest for the video and say you can earn between $500 and $1,500 just by selling things you don't use. Step number 2, the second thing you need to do is cut your expenses. And this is where the sacrificing comes into play that I mentioned earlier. If you really want to get serious about saving and make a radical change in your life, it's time to cut the lifestyle. There are so many ways we can save money on a monthly basis. It's summer. It's a good time to cut your entertainment because there are so many fun and free things we can do outside. So if you're used to going to the movie, going shopping, all this kind of stuff, try swapping that and spend your free time going for walks outside, going to the lake, doing fun and free activities. Also, if you're used to going out to eat, you can of course always cut that. That is a big one. I know for my husband and I, that was a huge one. We were spending so much money every month going out to eat, and pretty much now we exclusively cook at home, and that saves us so much money. Other monthly expenses you could cut could be your cable. If you don't use it, you can turn it off, or if you just want to take the plunge and just make the sacrifice and you think you can do without it, you can cut your cable. You can lower your cell phone plan, reevaluate. Are you paying too much? Are you really using just the basic functions, but you have a very expensive cell phone plan? Reevaluate that. You can call your carrier and negotiate to try to get the price lowered. Of course, cancel any memberships that you are not using, whether that's online or gym memberships or just any memberships that you're paying money every single month, but you don't really use it. And of course, my favorite is to start buying used this summer. So if you feel like you want some lawn chairs or patio furniture, I don't know, an umbrella to take to the beach, check used first. Always check your local Goodwill or thrift store or whatever you have in your country to see if you can find the used version before you purchase a new one. And if you are considering purchasing a new one, just really think, do you really need it? Is this something that you really need? Can you borrow it from somebody else? Or what are your options? Can you do without it perhaps as well? So my personal estimations for this one are that really anybody can save $100 a month by making some lifestyle changes, cutting your expenses, and I think on the high end you can save upwards of $400 a month if you are currently spending a lot on lifestyle things like entertainment and going out. So again, for the purpose of the video, on the low end you can save $100 a month cutting your expenses, and on the high end, let's say $400, but of course it can go higher if you want to get really extreme. Okay, you sold your unused stuff, you cut your expenses. The third thing that you're going to have to do is most likely get a part-time job or find another way to increase your income. Maybe you want a new job completely, but for the purpose of this video, something that I feel kind of everybody can do right now is getting extra work. So find yourself a nice part-time job. It's summer in most places of the world. Summer is high season, so there are all sorts of industries that are hiring people like crazy right now. Golf courses, country clubs, any sort of seasonal business, they are hiring right now. It's not too late to apply and get yourself a part-time job. If you're really not interested in getting a part-time job, you can look into starting doing Ubering on the weekends or when you have time in the evening. You can Airbnb out your house. Again, it's a great time. A lot of people are traveling right now. Great time to start hosting people in your house on Airbnb. If you don't like any of those options and you have some sort of skill, you can look into Upwork or Fiverr. I have used both of these services, not to make money, but I have purchased services on both of these platforms. So if you are good at writing, photography, editing, any sort of skill, you have any sort of skill, I mean, it's everything, translation services, anything really, you can sell your services on those platforms. I'll link them in the description. I'll try to link everything that I mentioned, but yeah, those are great ways to earn extra money. So if you start taking on extra work, I estimate that on the low end, you can make an additional $500 a month, and on the high end, you can make up to $2,000 a month. Of course, it can go even higher. An extra $2,000 a month for a lot of people is very life-changing. I know for me, that was a lot of extra money that enabled me to make a lot of positive changes in my life. So instead of thinking about all the things that you're going to miss out on because you have to work, you have to take on this extra work, think of how beneficial it's going to be for you in the long term. So let's break it down to make this seem more attainable. If you want to bring in an extra $2,000 a month, that is $500 a week. Of course, this sounds like a lot of money, an extra $500 a week, but I can personally say from my experience working in hospitality and seasonal businesses, there is a lot of money to be made right now if you put yourself in a good position. Working seasonal jobs, country clubs, golf courses, and all that kind of stuff, I could make up to $300 or more a day. So don't think that it's impossible. There are opportunities, but look for something that is going to pay well. So earning an extra $500 a week could mean just working a Friday and a Saturday night in a high-end local restaurant or a golf course. And I know making this much extra money sounds hard, it sounds impossible, but it really is attainable. I promise you, you do not need an education, any special skills. You just need to have the work ethic. Get yourself in the right mindset that this is your summer to hustle, to make sacrifices, to benefit the rest of your life. Make this the summer. If somebody says, hey, can you work late? You say yes. If they say, hey, can you come in on Saturday or Sunday and work an extra shift? Say yes. This kind of mindset really helped me get through the years that we were hustling hard. I just always told myself it's not an option to say no. I'm making these sacrifices right now and it's going to be worth it. So whatever the opportunity is, if I can make extra money, it's yes. Okay, so let's add this all up. The selling of items I considered a one-time thing, and cutting your expenses every month and earning extra income every month, we're going to times it by 3 for 90 days of summer. So conservatively, I think anybody can save an extra $2,300 this summer. Wow, wouldn't you like that at the end of the summer? An extra $2,300 in your bank account for pretty modest lifestyle changes. But on the high end, if you really want to hustle, you're going to sacrifice, you're going to work 2-3 jobs, cut the lifestyle radically, and really just focus on saving. Just with my basic calculations, that would come out to $8,700 saved after 90 days. And I know that that is a life-changing amount of money for a lot of people, and it can enable you to do a lot of things. So keep that in mind. I know that sounds like an unattainable amount of money for a lot of people. I certainly used to think that until I did it, and believe me, You can do it too. Work really hard, say yes to opportunities where you can earn extra income. I promise you, you can do it. If you guys have any questions or need any tips at all, leave them in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Share this with a friend who really wants to save some money and get the most out of their summer. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!